Ah, it's good to see you. Hello. Ah, hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you. Are you 100% sure? Don't you think we should recalculate those?
So this is something a little different. Trying out a Half-Life mod, but the aim seems messed up. This is very strange. I'm gonna restart this real quick. This is Half-Life Uriel? Look at this goofy painting here. Something a little different than what I normally do, which is Quake stuff. There isn't a whole lot of Half-Life content out there compared to like Quake. You know, with Quake you have multiple jams, you know, speed map packs, standalone episodes. There is a lot of Quake maps to be played. By comparison, there really isn't a whole lot of Half-Life. Yeah, this is still kind of busted. I don't know why. There's a lot of Quake stuff and not a whole lot of Half-Life stuff, unfortunately. And I kind of get why. Kind of get why Half-Life stuff on the whole I think is a lot harder to make. I probably should have tried this out, but I've never had this problem in Half-Life before. Oh, okay. So it seems raw mouse input is the issue here. There we go. That's very strange. I've never had that problem in any of these or any version of Half-Life before, but whatever. Game will just be kind of chunky, which is unfortunate with which is a bit unfortunate, but it's alright. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of Half-Life stuff, so it's always a treat playing something new. So far, this looks really nice. I think there's not a lot of Half-Life stuff because with Quake, you can kind of just plop down, some monsters and you're good to go. You know, make a weird. Make yourself a weird, you know, Lovecraftian castle or whatever, you know. Put some ogres in there, a couple fiends, maybe a shambler at the end, and you kind of got yourself a Quake map. By comparison, I mean, look at all the stuff that you have to do to make a Half-Life map. I mean, we're not even shooting stuff yet. Look at all this. You got a scientist walking around. This is all really nice looking, by the way. It might look a little crusty because I'm playing with, I have filter textures turned off, so I think it looks nice. And, the unfiltered textures, I think, in Half-Life look really nice. You got all these like moving parts and set pieces and stuff, and we haven't even really started the game yet. Although we might reuse some of these areas. Half-Life Echoes is another really famous mod that kind of just reuses the you kind of run through the whole game before the disaster happens, and then afterwards you kind of like backtrack through all the areas you've already been through pre-disaster. So we might be in one of those situations here, but we'll see. Oh shit, okay, that was hurting me. This is a very goofy way to get around, by the way. Just this tiny little cart that's like only has railings on one side. But yeah, it's kind of interesting how...
Hello there.
That was close. A lot of these Half-Life mods are kind of built around some kind of story. I don't think I've ever played a Half-Life map or like mod or whatever that was just kind of like you just run around and shoot, you know, alien grunts or whatever. I know a few of them exist. The Half-Life community does have like some jams. I know that's more like a Half-Life 2 thing, I guess. They'll have like Sniperville. They're called Vills. Sniperville. And there's a couple other ones. Where you're supposed to kind of build a map around a certain theme. I think there's a couple of those for the original Half-Life, but I'm not super familiar with them.
I'm sure of it.
I think it also might have something to do with the tools involved. Half-Life, I think, primarily these days uses an editor called Jack. I don't think they really use like the classic. This all looks really nice, by the way. A lot of detail in these, in this area here, and all these areas really.
Ah, it's good to see you.
Say a different type of tram than what was seen in the original Half-Life. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the tools for Half-Life I think are... I don't think dated is the right word. This music is real loud. Turn this down a little bit. There we go, that's better. I think Half-Life primarily uses Half-Life 1 primarily uses the Jack editor, which is just sort of a gradient adjacent editor, classic like for Windows style editor. It doesn't really have anything like Trench Broom, which is what Quake primarily uses. Although you can use certain gradient variants with Quake 1, that is. I do like the soundtrack. Half-Life 1 has a great soundtrack. Oh, this is cool. I feel like changing to MP3 didn't actually change anything. Ah, there we go. It's really weird. Sometimes you play Half-Life stuff and the music is really quiet. I think that's how it is in like the base game. Like if you play the base game on Steam, you really have to crank the music up. Otherwise, it ends up being like a little too quiet. Well, this ground texture's... Surprised they didn't texture the ground with something else here. All this other detail, I just kind of ignored that, but small nitpicks. I have to say Black Mesa is kind of like the perfect setting for a game or to make like mods out of, because it's kind of just a fun house. You know, there isn't a whole lot of Half-Life content, but what's out there is like expanded the Black Mesa facility so much. And it all seems very, like, believable, right? Like, none of this seems, like, crazy. Or like, out of character is not the right way to describe it, but, you know, like, it seems like it belongs. Tram. Oh, that's why the tram. That's why the tram was going really slow. I was wondering. That scientist does not seem worried at all. Oh, he just blew up. That's why. Oh. Well, that's different. Starting off with a Zen sequence, I kind of like that. Obviously, in the original Half-Life, you teleport to Zen very briefly when the accident happens. But you don't really stay there, you just kind of look around for a couple seconds and get teleported back. This is cool though. Did I go the right way? I think so. Oh yeah, this thing goes up, okay. These jumps seem really sketch, but I think I have a low grav here. A little bit of low gravity. One of the best interpretations of Gold Source or Zen and Gold Source was probably the field intensity. Half-Life field intensity is a great mod. I've played through that before. I'll maybe have to replay it on the channel someday. That has a excellent Zen sequence that kind of combines the some elements from Black Mesa's take on Zen, and walk past that, and kind of combines Black Mesa's version of Zen with the original Half-Life's version. No. Nothing really over here to do. Oh, okay. Well, it's not obvious that that was a switch. I feel like that should have been red or something. I don't know. I do kind of like this not having any weapons, a bunch of enemies around. I haven't really seen that. I mean, I guess again the original original Half-Life doesn't start with any weapons, but you do get the crowbar pretty quick. I think you only run into like 1 or 2 head crabs before then. Open this door? Yes, you can. Oh, can't follow me though. he can't follow me because of these chairs. There's just like 2 chairs in the way. Can't get past it. Can't get past them. Maybe we're gonna need them. Shit. Is anything here? Oh, okay. Not super obvious that that was a, because that's not like a mechanic in Half-Life, so it wasn't super obvious that that was the way. Ooh, I like this. Security guard wins. Yeah. Get him, Barney.
I got another one.
That was cool. Yeah, it wasn't super obvious that that vent was something you can just walk up and hit E on. So that wasn't... It's not really a thing in the
Waiting.
original Half-Life. This is cool though. I wonder if this whole thing will just be
Man,
without weapons. It'd certainly be pretty unique. I wouldn't mind that actually. That'd be a fun, it's a fun idea. Assuming it's not present here, is to just do a whole, damn, rest in peace. Just do a whole mod where you don't have any weapons. You're just kind of like a regular scientist. You gotta rely on like security guards and turrets and stuff.
what's that stench?
Of course, Half-Life was built off the Quake engine. It's on the Gold Source engine, so you can kind of bunny hop. There's no jump buffering though, so you have to be real good with the inputs. Real precise, I should say, with the inputs. Oh shit. There was no confirmation sound when I hit that button, so... That area kind of mirrors the, like right before Office Complex. Where you gotta go, like, to the box, I almost call the box smashing room. It's the one room with the boxes that are all just, like, loaded up over the giant, like, pit. You gotta, like, jump across the boxes or whatever, because the bridge is out, or the catwalk's out. Just to go up. There we go. It's cool. I like this maze of pipes. It's pretty neat. Going into this, I had no idea what to really expect. So maybe you don't get any weapons. That'd be very cool. Just a bunch of platforming challenges, puzzles and stuff. I do wish that there was like some kind of like marker to denote that you could open the vent. I know that, like, I guess the way that they're doing it here is that they have the vent be kind of like pushed out. It's like a little like four unit brush or whatever that's pushed out from the wall. Whereas vents are like usually more inset, the ones that you either have to break or can't go through. Yeah, I don't know. Just something to tell you that you can open it. Like maybe little arrows on it or something. Be like, yeah, you can just pop this vent open. Oh shit. Let's quick save here. What kind of room is this, by the way? I wonder who has to, like, work in here. Shoot that head crab real quick. Yeah, I don't like how, I don't like how the buttons don't have any confirmation to them. I think that's kind of, it's kind of an oversight. I don't mind these being used as buttons, although I kind of feel like the author here was kind of starting to overuse them a little bit. I know they look a little more like... Oh shit, there's already turrets down. I know that those buttons look a little more like something that could really exist in comparison to the normal Half-Life buttons. Which are just like little like circles that turn orange when you hit them, but yeah, I guess more button variety. What a nitpick, though. Get really out of here. Am I just supposed to go through the lasers? I don't think these won't shut down. Alright, I did go the right way at least. For some health. The world's tiniest elevator. It's like a little 16 by 16 square. This railing. See if we can cheese this area a little bit. Yeah. Ah, shit. Oh, bad idea. Bad idea. Maybe that's where we're supposed to... Oh, no, we're supposed to go down there. So I fucked up big time then. I went the right way. Just fucked it up. It's very cool. Alright, I guess there's is this open? Just here to tease you? I think it's just there to tease you. I think I gotta run this. I think I was here earlier, yeah? Shortcut back. Oh no, maybe this is the way you're supposed to go. Just looks like the hallway from earlier. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. I wasn't sure if I had to jump that one or go under it. This is cool. This reminds me of a, shit, okay. This reminds me of a, there's like a B-hop map. That's just like it's like Black Mesa themed, but it's like all these extreme like B-hop challenges. You have to like escort NPCs through like crushers and stuff. It's just like, It's like some Super Mario Kaizo shit, but for Half-Life. This is a very similar, or this kind of reminds me of that, but just without the Kaizo part. Supposed to run alongside this. Guess so. Alright. It's been interesting so far. Very different from anything else Half-Life I've ever played. Again, I'm a big fan of the idea of just not being armed, having to dodge all the trip mines and stuff. Better be quiet. It just means I have to crouch walk, right? Isn't that a thing in the original Half-Life? Like when you do the training course, they say like if you crouch, that's like the suit's stealth mode. Just you crouching. See that guy out there. This is a weird room. This is a really awkward room with these rocks here. I feel like one way to fix this room is you just like you push the rocks back and you add like a railing here so that the walkway is uniform. And then you have the rocks against the wall still. So you still have the rock like features in there. You just have a uniform walkway because it's kind of awkward having the rocks like collide with the floor like this. It also doesn't like make like compared to Quake, you definitely kind of, and I know Half-Life's like an older game, but you kind of still want to have things like have a real world purpose. Half-Life is, you know, it's that kind of game. It's supposed to be set in the real world, obviously, like 1997's, or was it Half-Life 97 or 98? 98, right? I think. Whatever. Anyways, late 90s interpretation of the world, or as close as it could get it. And I don't think, yeah, see, like over here, like it's, you have this clear sort of trim, and the rock face should be like pushed back. Because like when they're making this place, they're not just gonna like let the rock be there. They're gonna chip away at it so that it's out of the way, right? Because this just looks weird. Oh shit. Just quick save. So having that hard edge down there against the cliff looks strange as well. Minor nitpicks, though. This has so far been pretty good. Really like the idea of a stealth section here. It's been fun. These rock walls are a little bit rough. I I talk about this all the time when I'm playing Quake stuff, but making like natural looking rock out of brushes is pretty difficult. And you end up with like one of two things. You end up either the rocks kind of look like this, where they're like too jagged, or they don't look like natural enough. They're like they either look too flat or too jagged. It's hard to get that balance. Oh shit. Just run the rest of the way. There we go. I think there's another one. These lasers are just shooting out of the rock. It's kind of weird. I actually don't know how long this is. Guess it's all true. Oh shit. Oh. I put it in 693 instead of 963. I don't... Whatever. I guess I just accepted it. Very moody lighting in here. Like, really moody lighting. I kind of like it. Turn the power on. Oh shit. Yep. There we go. Kind of a bummer. I like the creepy red lighting. That's cool. Hey, there we go.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions.
Either we're nearing the end of this, or like this is just getting started. If we're getting the HEV suit this late in. Oh hey, back on Zen. Cool.
Automatic medical systems engaged. Defensive weapon selection system activated. Munition level monitoring activated. Communications interface online. Have a very safe day.
I will have a safe day. Thank you, HEV suit. Oh shit. Oh, hey. There we go. This is cool. I really like this. This is like super unique in terms of just like not like holding off on the HEV suit for so long. And then was I supposed to do something there? Or was I just going that way to get the crossbow? Honestly, not sure. But yeah, I kind of like it. I like the I like holding off on the HEV suit and any weapons. Okay, so yeah, maybe we are supposed to backtrack a little bit here. Because now I can shoot those turrets down. Ooh, this gate looks nasty. This texture was not ever supposed to be that thick. These types of gates are supposed to be like way thinner. shit. Oh, nice. These guys blew themselves up. Appreciate that. I guess you don't really have to kill those guys. You can't even get over there. There's just like 4 sandbag walls. Just a giant sandbag wall for whatever reason. I guess to prevent you from getting more weapons. Yeah, you could probably just run past those guys if you wanted to. Just like those guys. Health, some energy.
Power 30%.
Oh, damn. Missed the jet. It's unfortunate. Kind of a shame there hasn't been more music up until now. I feel like there would have been a few good areas to get the music going. Is this? There we go. Oh, I guess this is reloading. I think there are certain I think there are certain versions of Half-Life that re-enable the jump buffering. I feel like this is like a super crossbow. This feels like it does more damage than the regular one. I think the regular crossbow in Half-Life, it usually takes 2 to put a bull squid down. Maybe it's just because I usually play Half-Life on hard. I'm just playing this on medium. Oh shit, okay. Reload. I'm getting kind of fucked up here by these guys. Okay, you can't shoot that glass. These are some cool sequences. I really like this. Like, really creative. I've never seen stuff like this in Half-Life. Again, I haven't played a whole lot of Half-Life stuff just because there isn't a whole lot to play, but... What's here is really creative and different from a lot of the other Half-Life things I've played. probably make the jump over there, right? Yeah. There we go. I don't know if I'm supposed to have one of these, but... Alright. I don't know what that did. Am I supposed to go that way? No, it's a dead end. It's locked. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm stupid. Don't think I'm supposed to have this MP5 though. I mean, honestly, the MP5 is... not as good as the crossbow anyways. Oh, wow. There we go. Really loaded me up here. Oh, there's that Half-Life music. There's gonna be a bunch of guys up here. I whipped that grenade pretty hard. It's alright though. Yeah, I should have played this on hard. Awfully generous with the health here. Too far away. Ooh, look at this room. This is a cool looking room. Doesn't open. This just goes down. Yeah, what a cool room. Like, pretty simple too. It's just like a big rectangle in the middle, but with use of like some colored lighting and the right textures, it all comes together really well. It's a nice little set piece. It's also kind of interesting having no melee weapons, because you have all these crates, and usually in Half-Life you kind of got to be compulsive about like breaking the crates open to get ammo and health and stuff. Hey, there we go. Oh shit. guess you can't go back. That's unfortunate. Kinda got fucked up there. Half-Life 1 shotgun's alright. It's serviceable. Some alien grunts now. Major point deduction for not being able to break the soda machines or even use them. These lights look weird. They should be inset into the wall, not... It's kind of interesting. That's a theme I noticed through this this mod so far. Just take a quick break here. Is that there are some areas with like tremendous detail. There's like certain things, like these doors look really nice. I don't think these are from like original Half-Life. These are like new. There's a lot of things with where there's just like a ton of detail was put in. And then there's just like little things, like not being able to break or even use the vending machines, and like these lights not being inset into the wall. Stuff like that. It's kind of interesting to see I thought there was another Vortigaunt. Never mind. But yeah, it's weird that like certain little tiny details like that were passed up on or just not noticed. I don't even think I shot this one. This one just kind of died. Or I think I shot him once, but he like lived for another minute or a couple seconds, and then he just died. That was weird. Yeah, like a big overuse of these here. I'm not a fan. I also think they kind of look a little awkward sticking out of the wall like that. They probably would have looked more natural if they were inset into the wall. It's just like texture. It's just like every button in this entire mod. It just uses that one texture, which I kind of don't like. Lasers. Oh shit. Like the red light in here, very atmospheric. I think I should have played this one hard. I didn't realize how easy this would be. These guys just kind of fall over. Either that, or just this mod changes some values. I'm pretty sure this is just Half-Life Uneasy, though. I like these spinning things, they're very cool. So it's funny how you can kind of machine gun the crossbow if you just keep like spamming the button, like even before the next bolt gets loaded in. I like these lights that are inset into the floor. Those look pretty cool. Hitting the 5 key, for whatever reason, for the crossbow. Or the 4 key, I should say. Turrets in here. I think they want you to just go down that hatch there. I don't even think you have to kill the turrets, but whatever. Style points, I suppose. The 50 round MP5 magazine is always great. I actually really like what they did with the MP5 and the Half-Life 1M mod. Yeah, there we go. They made the MP5 instead of an MP5 SD, they made it just a regular MP5. A little bit of gun autism here. This is the MP5 SD, the integrally suppressed version of the MP5. Not oh shit. I'll just let those guys deal with that. The problem is that you can hear how the gun sounds when you fire it. It obviously doesn't sound suppressed at all. And the original Half-Life, I want to say it was like the alpha or the beta or something, the MP5 did sound suppressed. It made like kind of a classic pew-pew sound. But I guess they wanted something a little more punchy, so... Where's the magnet? There we go. So they ended up with this sound effect, which just doesn't sound anything like the MP5 SD should sound. Which, you know, I mean that was the style of the time, right? You make really punchy sounding guns. You don't want a little pew pew suppressed gun that doesn't sound as good. So, you know, I get it. What's cool about Half-Life M mod is they made it a regular MP5, and then they made it so you can screw on a suppressor if you want the pew pew sound. Funny enough, I think the current sounds actually fits the M4 That's in the the HD texture pack. Better than it does the MP5. But a lot of those HD models are not great. I got enough magnets. Not you. I think this might be the end here. This locks. I feel like getting on a tram at this point in the disaster would just be a real bad idea, but... you know, what do I know? I don't know if this is the end of the mod or not. I remember reading a thing that there was supposed to be a Garg fight near the end, when they replaced it. Just like a couple of aliens instead. We're still going. I really like these updated trams. A little more roomy. Well, a little boxier than the old one, or than the OG tram. These windows look a little rough too. Yeah, maybe the other trams were better. I like how they tried though. They tried, you know. Try to do something different with the tram. Finally, the offices. These don't work either. Let's see, is there A23, A25? I have no idea how far along I am here. But I've been playing for about an hour. Hopefully we can finish this up. These overhead monitors, those are cool. One thing I have to say, this is like, again, getting kind of nitpicky with this mod, is I don't like the there's a lack of, and this is something you see in like Half-Life Echoes does this really well. There's a lack of like progression of the like the Black Mesa incident here, where it's like these offices are like way too clean. There should be like shit on fire and holes blown through the wall from like the military being in here. Oh. That was it? That was it? Okay. Yeah, I feel like there should have been a little bit more destruction near the end there. Micah Zimmerman, I guess, made this. Credit to him. This is pretty decent. Not bad. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making this, Micah Zimmerman. This is pretty solid little campaign here. I had fun. I guess, like, yeah, if I had one kind of criticism in, like, the level design and stuff, is that it all looked a little too clean. I think, like, once the Black Mesa shit kicks off and the aliens start coming in and the military starts coming in, I think the levels should get progressively messier, right? Things are destroyed, have some infighting between the aliens and the Marines. We only really saw them fight the Guard. You know, Black Mesa does this too really well. I mean, the OG Half-Life, of course, does this probably the best. But, you know, just things are progressively getting worse as the incident progresses, and I think that we didn't really see that here. I also think that ending was a little anticlimactic. What else? The thing I liked the most about this was probably the beginning. I really liked how there was a long portion of there's like a really long portion of this mod that just had you without a weapon. No weapon, no flashlight, and you're doing platforming, you're doing little puzzles, you're avoiding military, you know, you're avoiding soldiers. That was really cool. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of like restraint in a Half-Life kind of mod or whatever before. I mean, it was really cool to kind of have that start you off, and then, you know, later on you get the HEV suit and the crossbow and stuff. Some cool set pieces with the soldiers, especially like once you get the crossbow. Pretty creative, kind of creating like fights built around like, okay, you only have the crossbow and you don't want to give the player anything else, so the Marines are kind of just out of reach. Or I guess the soldiers, not really Marines. Yeah, there's a few. Again, I think most of my complaints are just nitpicky. I think the biggest and only real complaint that I have is, again, like the lack of kind of progression of just like Black Mesa just looks way too clean by the end of this thing. It should just be like a disaster zone with like bodies and blood and fires and holes in the wall, etc. But yeah, other than that, like nitpicks, using that one texture, that one little computer texture for the buttons just everywhere. Some buttons didn't have any kind of sound effect when you press them, so you're not sure if they were actually registered or not, like your button press was registered. Probably like cue in the player a little bit better that they could use the vents. I've been playing Half-Life stuff and Valve stuff in general for a very long time, so I'm just like, if I don't know what to do, I just start hitting E on everything. But I'm sure I know a few players in particular that are not that way. I know some people in particular, friends of mine, that are not that way, would probably just get lost for an hour. Because it wasn't super obvious that like you had to hit E on that vent. You know, other little minor texture things like that, those lights that weren't inset into the, or I guess like brushwork, like those lights that weren't inset into the wall, and those computers that were sticking, or those like little computers that were sticking out of the door that, next to the door, that kind of looked awkward. But other than that, I thought everything looked really nice, good brushwork, some really cool set pieces. That one big like rectangular like supercomputer or whatever it was, like really stands out to me. That was a cool room. Yeah, overall really solid. Give this one a play if you like Half-Life stuff. That's gonna do it for me though. Thanks for watching, and yeah, take it easy. GG's.